like it. That is what I'm talking about. That is exactly what I'm talking about. That first half was, I was like, what are you doing? Why are you giving up 62 points to this Charlotte team without LaMelo? Where's that defense? And not only did that defense show up, that defense was unbelievable in the second half. They suffocated the Hornets. They only allowed 39 points in the second half. And that's how it should be. There is something special happening here for these guys in orange and blue. Welcome into the Knicks-Verse. My name is George. If this is your first time here, you're in for a treat. This is going to be a special recap. And if you have been here before but have not subscribed yet and this is your first time here, subscribe. Hit the thumbs up button and turn on the notification bell for me. I would appreciate that. And drop your comments. Want to hear your thoughts and feelings about anything Knicks. You're my collaborators. Let's go. So, this was the final score, but at halftime, it was 65-62. The New York Knicks allowed this Charlotte Hornets team without LaMelo to light them up for 62 points. Now, I know they got Brandon Miller. Brandon Miller, excellent player. I hyped the hell out of him during the draft analysis. I was one of the first people who said he should be drafted number 2, and he was. He was, and he deserves it. He's going to be, he will eventually be an all-star. I have no doubt about that. But, like I said before, the halftime score was 65-62. And the Knicks came out looking so flat. But they remember, this is the same team that the Knicks only scored 15 points on in the first quarter. Tonight, they scored 30. They doubled them up, but they were still down by 2. But then they came out and took care. They righted the ship offensively in that second quarter, but still had a very porous defense in the second quarter and allowed the Charlotte to stay in the game. They got another 30 points. So I said in the halftime show, I did a little halftime show. Look, the Knicks got to come out. They have to be completely focused on shutting Charlotte down, not letting them allow anything. And that's exactly what they did. Look at this. They only allowed 16 points in that third quarter. And they lit their asses up for 38. They took control of this game. They were up 103-78, and the game was over. But did that mean Thibs was going to rest all the starters? No. Tom Thibodeau's our coach. You know, I mean, we at some point, you just got to, accept the reality of certain things. Though some things did happen that were a little distressing. Jalen Brunson got pummeled by, I think it was Nick Richards. I think it was, they were trying to battle for a ball going out of bounds. And not only did he get hit in the head with an elbow, he was also landed upon, smashed once they both hit the ground. And Brunson did leave the game towards the end of the third quarter and never returned. But there's some good news upon that, and I'll talk about it in a little bit. I have highlights for you guys. This is a redemption game, because that win against this exact same team, for me, it was the morning after Thanksgiving. It was a noon start on Friday, Black Friday. That was one of the worst wins I've seen in a long time for a team that's trying to be a legitimate contender. That was an atrocious win. I did not even do a recap for it. It was that bad. I don't want it to ruin my holiday. Tonight, they actually at first it looked like, oh no, but the offense showed up. The defense just needed to show up. You can't allow 31 points a quarter to a team like this and be, considered a contender. You can't. So what do? They suffocated them. They chopped them in half to 16 points, and that's how it should be. When good teams who want to be great teams, they need to know and figure out how to put their foot on the throat of their opponent and not let them have anything. If you give them a breath, it's out of mercy. And that's how the Knicks handled them in the second half. Fantastic. So many things to talk about. Let's get going. Karl Anthony Towns. He is the new King fucking Kong in New York City. He is a beast. That dunk that he did was unbelievable. I have the highlights. I hope they have it or not. I'm sure they do. 27 points, 16 rebounds, 2 assists for him. I have news for you. Maybe it's not. Maybe you've already heard. But there's one person who's leading the NBA in rebounding. And his name is Karl Anthony Kong Towns. Right there. He's leading the NBA in rebounding, which we needed it. We lost iHeart. Mitch is still recovering. Precious tonight made an appearance. But we were still down rebounding. We lost, and Julius was a good rebounder. RJ was a decent rebounder. We lost some rebounding. But this guy is made up for number one rebounder in the NBA right now. And he had a fantastic game tonight. He got it started off slow, but he sure kicked it up when we needed it. Precious Achiuwa played tonight for the first time this season and he got hurt at the last game of preseason. Came out tonight. He averaged last season 12.5 points per game on 53% shooting, 9.5 rebounds. He was fantastic for the Knicks in 18 starts last season as a starter. These are stats as a starter from the MSG broadcast. Almost 4 offensive rebounds, almost 2 blocks in 36 and a half minutes? Yeah. So he's a player who can really give you some high-level contributions, especially off the bench. Tonight, he looked a bit lost. He looked like the Precious when he first came to the Knicks. A little lost, didn't understand what to do, but I'm chucking that up to just him being out of shape. He's got to get into game shape. It's one thing. Gym shape and game shape are 2 totally different things, but it's great to have him out there. I was so happy to see him out there. What did he play tonight? He played how many minutes? He played 12-ish minutes. Good. But this guy, how lucky are we as New York Knicks fans to have a guy like him on our team? All of our favorite Knicks teams in the past have had a guy like him, and he may actually be the best version of that player. Josh Hart, shout out to NBA New York Twitter account. Josh Hart as the Knicks take care of Charlotte 125-101. 18 points, 4 of 6 from the three-point line. Every time he lets it fly from the three-point line, it looks like I feel like it's going to go in. He is so locked in right now. It's insanity. He's shooting over 50% from the three-point line in the last 11 games. In the last 10 games, Josh Hart is shooting 50% from the three-point line. In fact, let me just show you this. Here it is. In the last 10 games, Josh Hart is shooting 50%. And check this out. Deuce is shooting 55.6%. Look who else is up here. Brunson shooting 48.4%. The last 10 games. Last 10 games right up here. You can see it. Last 10 games right up here. And Campaign, though he was hurt today, he had an elbow inflammation or something. I hope it recovers quick. We missed him. 47.6%. OG, 41.7%. Towns, 38%. He is the one below in the last 10 games. He was leading the league in three-point shooting. Try to wrap your heads around what's happening here offensively for these Knicks. It might be difficult for us, especially us old-timers like me, where it was all about scrappy, all defense. We get what we can get on the offensive end, but we'll hold them down. We'll get 6, 7, 8 stops in a row, and maybe we'll score 3 points during that period. Those days are over. This is a whole new type of Knicks. Now we are the ones that light people up. If you blink, we've just hit 3 3-pointers on you. If you're like worried about your beer, oh, did I spill my beer a little bit? You look up, suddenly the score has shifted. The Knicks are up 10, and they were once down 2. This is the new Knicks now. This is what I have been waiting for. This is the way you play. in the new NBA. And for those of you like whining and complaining, oh, too much three-point shooting, you know what? Get with it, man. Get with it, because this is beautiful basketball. I suffered through the 80s and 90s. I mean, it was a lot of ugly basketball. Did I love winning? Yes. Did I love, Ewing out there, Mason, all this shit? Of course, I loved all that. I was there. I was there in the Garden watching those games, cheering them on. Could feel the thunder, the MSG just trembling. But this is beautiful basketball. This is the kind of basketball that will win you the ring. This is the kind of basketball that will get you the parade. This is the kind of basketball that other teams are going to have to adjust to you. Right now, everyone's looking at Cleveland. They're looking at Boston. Fuck those idiots. Fuck those idiots, man, because this is the team to watch right now. The New York Knicks have the best offense in the history of this franchise, and they may end up having the best offense in the history of the NBA by the time they're done. They're just getting started. Just getting started, people. You think I'm hyped? I am unbelievably hyped. I've been watching basketball my whole life. I used to play basketball as a young kid. I know the sport pretty well. This is how you have to play to win. And they're doing it. The defensive end is the big issue, the big question mark. But the fact that they came out and shut these guys down in that third quarter, they did what they had to do, meant they listened to Thibs in that halftime. This is a process. If you've been with us for all this time, we know that Thibs teams start out slowish, start picking up, and then they start clicking. Well, the clicking has already happened. We got our first defensive piece back. We need Precious. We're going to get Mitch back, and we need Landry Shamet. And I think that Leon Rose is going to bring us an extra piece at some point before the trade deadline. That's going to be the coagulant. And we're going to make a tremendous run. Let's go! All right. So, the one major concern was that Brunson did leave the game. And New York Basketball tweeted this out. He retweeted it. Christian Winfield's tweet. Jalen Brunson is back on the bench wearing a wrap around his lower back and is available to return tonight. And I did hear that Thibs said in the postgame that Brunson was available to go back in the game, but he didn't need him. And the fact that Thibs didn't push it shows teeny bit of growth in that respect. All right, we got stats here. Let's get to the highlights. Oh, but before we get to this highlight, before we get to these highlights, people, I want you guys to see the best highlight of the game. It might even be here, but I have another angle to show you. OG Anunoby, and I'm not even going to talk. I'm going to let the video play.
Sounds as OG Anunoby, another star performance and a good pick win. Not one block, dramatically right in front of the Knicks bench, but two.
Oh, look at that. Look at the smile. Look at the smiles on this guy's face. Look at that. Even Camby's chanting, OG, OG. Shout out to MSG for putting this package together. Look at that. This is the same play, the same series, the same possession. Sorry, same possession. You got two blocks out on the perimeter. Beast mode, OG. Look at that. It's like, get that shit out of here. What? What, you think you can get that off? And then what do you do? Oh, get that out of here. And he's like, yeah. I haven't seen OG smile like that ever during a game. That was fabulous. He deserves all his flowers, and he also deserves an all-star nod. Come on, Knicks fans. We got to get out. We got to vote for this man. If we make him, at least give him enough votes, the coaches or whoever ends up deciding will put him, it would be the third Knick who gets on the all-star team because he deserves it. And also, because by that time, Knicks are going to be breathing down and breathing down Cleveland and Boston's necks. Boston and Cleveland want no part of us. They don't want any part of us. I know they won, but they don't want it against us previously, but they know that this team is coming for them. This kind of offense is unstoppable. Unstoppable. it's almost like only they themselves can stop themselves. I was gonna say we, like I'm out there, but you know what I mean. Like I feel like I'm part of this thing. I'm sure you guys feel it too. All right, let's get to the regular highlights. Look at that. Oh man. So the game got off to a weird start. Yeah, Josh Hart made the first bucket, but it was basically the the Charlotte Hornets show in that first half. Let me pull up the stats over here. The first half stats. The Knicks were just struggling in the beginning part of it tremendously. But, you know, the Hornets couldn't hit anything from the three-point line. They were 3 of 11 in that first half, but they got 14 rebounds, 8 assists. They had a couple of steals. They lit us up for 32 points in that first quarter. Did I say half? Sorry. First quarter. They shot 52% overall. So they were 10 of 14 inside the arc. Wow. They were just destroying us inside the arc. Look at that. Oh! And that man, Brandon Miller, I think Brandon Miller will eventually be an all-star. I do believe that. I love the way he approaches the game. Oh, nice. Look at Josh Hart. Look at that. He just flips over there. He's such a crazy character, man. We have such, and I tweeted this out before, we have such unique, special players on this team. When you think about, Josh Hart is completely unique. You know, he's a Swiss Army knife, but the man is a walking triple-double. He didn't quite get there tonight, the triple-double. Came close. He had a double-double. And then we have Mikal Bridges, runner-up Defensive Player of the Year, he's a 3-level scorer. Quite finishing at the hoop. He has been struggling actually getting to the hoop off the dribble. But his pull-up, fadeaway middies, he's lethal. In fact, I believe he is leading the league, or really close to leading the league of points. Let me see. Let me pull this up. Inside the arc. Yeah. Oh, man. Well, I'm going to have to find that. I'm going to have to look that up. But, yeah, he's just doing amazing things from inside the arc. So here the game is about tied towards the beginning-ish of the second quarter, and this is where the Knicks, oh, look at that, lucky bank shot. That shot was way off, and it goes in. There's no way that was intended to go in. Seth Curry making his audition for the Knicks, for Leon Rose, basically saying, hey, Leon, you need a three-point shooter? Trade for me before the trade deadline. I'd like to win a chip. Because that's what this team's going to do. Look at that turnaround. Look, we have to keep going back to the uniqueness and specialness of this team. We have the best Swiss Army knife in the NBA, Josh Hart, who is shooting 50% from the three-point line in the past 10 games. So bear that in mind. And we have Jalen Brunson, who is the best point guard in the East. Not even an argument, not even a discussion. We have Karl Anthony Towns, who is the best center in the East. Sorry, Embiid. Who are you? You rarely play. I don't even understand who you are. And plus, even if you do play, we got Mitch Robinson, who's your kryptonite. So, boom, there goes that. So, then who else do we have? Oh, wait, we have the two best two-way wings in the NBA. OG Anunoby and Mikal Bridges. Yeah, Mikal got off to he struggled with his shot for the beginning part of the season. He's still the best right corner three-point shooter in the NBA. And on top of that, he is one of the best mid-range in the paint, in the restricted area shooters in the NBA. And he's still a very, very good defender. He has not reached the elite status. Look at that beautiful shot right there. That's the dream right there, where OG drives the baseline, kicks it out to the other unstoppable wing, boom, and then OG reciprocates in the other end. How are you going to stop this team, NBA coaches? How are you going to stop this team? You're not. either they stop themselves or you just got to pray that your team is on fire that night. But in a 7-game series, be real, 7-game series, Knicks fans, I want you guys to start preparing yourselves for a very deep run into the playoffs this year. I know I'm talking many months from now. Literally 6 months from now. That's how long this fucking NBA season is. But come May, come June, my birthday month, come June, this is going to be one of the teams that's still out on the court. And I worry about everybody else. Not really. Fuck them, man. We have suffered so long. I want a ring. I want a championship. It's been 50-something fucking years since we've got a championship here. It's coming. Look at this. This was a close game at the half. This was 65-62. But the Knicks had a discussion. And they're like, and then they just soared and destroyed, annihilated the competition. And this is competition you should annihilate. They're missing, they're hurt. They're missing Miles Bridges. They're missing LaMelo. Okay, this is what you should do to them. Beautiful. All right. Oh, look at that. Oh, Deuce again. Deuce himself. Also, speaking about special players, we also have one of the best bench players in the NBA in Miles Deuce McBride. The man, he played almost 28 minutes tonight, just put up 5 shots, hit 2 of his 3-pointers, hit all 4 of his free throws, gave us 10 points off the bench, 6 assists, and was a plus 13. That's what you get with a Miles Deuce McBride. Look at this here, man. Precious Achiuwa, it was nice to see him on the box score. 12 minutes, 1 of 4 for him. He's got a lot of rust. He's got to shake that rust off. It's gonna happen. Don't worry. Look, I was down on him when he came to the Knicks. I was like, well, what's going on with him? Who is this guy? What's he gonna do? And then as the season wore on, he totally earned my respect. He was fabulous by the end, and now he's back, and I'm sure he's gonna it's gonna take him at least maybe about a week and a half, 2 weeks before he's really in the groove. But he will get there. He's a Queens guy like I am. So I'm really happy for him to be back. But look at that starting unit, all 5 starters in double figures. And 2 of them missed 20-point games by 2 points and 1 point. That's how dominating this starting unit is. It is the highest scoring starting unit in the National Basketball Association. And they have the ability to clamp down on an opponent defensively when they need to. That is the key. And you hear Shaq talk about this sometimes, where it's like, okay, maybe I'm not the most committed defensive player throughout 48 minutes of a game, but when you need a stop, when you need 2 stops, when you need 3 stops, when you need 4, 5 stops in a row, I'm there. That's what this team is showing us that it can be. They have the ability when they need to. They're starting to feel more connected on the defensive end. When they need to shut people down, they can do it. They did it to Orlando. Oh, wow. They did it to Denver. Whew. Beautiful. And they're only just getting started, people. They're just getting started. My God. I wonder how this team's going to be even by Christmas. The next 2 weeks, 3 weeks are going to be so exciting. And then we got the NBA Cup. I hope these Knicks just go insane and just run through the NBA Cup. I want to win the cup. I want, because we need it. We were the hashtag LOL Knicks. We were the team that ESPN mocked. Literally would laugh out loud about us when they were doing their recaps of stuff. This is why the NBA Cup is important. We win that. It's going to open people's eyes about this team. And it'll put that in, that it'll show that this team has the ability to dominate completely, which I believe they can. I believe they can. When they don't, I'm thoroughly disappointed because I know what they're capable of. And tonight was proof of that. Gave up 32 in the first quarter, 30 in the second quarter. I was like, what the fuck? Yeah, we were winning by 3 at the half, but we should be winning by 15. And that's what they did in the second half. Beautiful. Beautiful. Jalen Brunson, I hope he's okay. I hope he truly is okay. He was playing unbelievably well in that first quarter. If it weren't for him, we would have been blown out in that first quarter. I believe he had 19 points in the first quarter, but did not score. The second quarter came through before he got injured. I think another 5 points, 5 of 6 from the three-point line for him. 16 rebounds and 27 points for Karl Anthony Towns and 39 minutes of play. 40 minutes for OG. Mikal Bridges played almost the entire game. Thibs, what the fuck, man? But look, 19 points for him, 7 assists. He had 6 assists by the half. Only 1 in the second half. 2 of 7 from the three-point line. 4 of 6 from Josh Hart from the three-point line. He had a double-double, 18 points and 10 rebounds and 6 assists. 4 assists shy of a triple-double. He will probably be a triple-double leader of the Knicks all-time by the time he retires. Let's see what else is interesting here. I guess that's pretty much it. The Knicks shot 54.5% from the three-point line, almost 54% overall. And the plus-minus just tells you that beautiful story. Plus 26, Mikal. Plus 18, OG. Plus 25, Towns. Plus 22, Brunson. Plus 17, Josh Hart. Plus 11, Achua. And a plus 13 for Miles Deuce McBride. And then the Charlotte Hornets. Shout out to Brendan Miller, man. The guy is a baller. 26 points for him on 5 of 12 three-point shooting. 14 points for Mitchik, the point guard who was subbing in for LaMelo. Hey, look, they were missing LaMelo, so we have to destroy them. And the Knicks did it. Seth Curry, auditioning for Leon Rose, was 7 of 9 in 18 minutes, delivered 18 points. The team stats here, what is here of note? Points in the paint, Knicks won that. Fast break points, 22-7. For the Knicks to do that versus a young team, fabulous. Rebounds, 43-40. Assists, Knicks were 1 assist shy of 30 assists. Is that right? Let me confirm. Yep. Sometimes you have to check the ESPN ones with the NBA ones. Yeah, just 1 assist shy of 30. All right. Well, that's still really nice number, 29 assists. The New York Knicks went to the free throw line 32 times. They did struggle for a team. They are the number 1 free throw shooting team in the NBA in terms of percentage. Tonight, 78.1%. They missed way too many. And that's also what you got to take care of. And the fact that we are the number 1 free throw shooting team in the NBA is another reason why I believe this team can go all the way. All the fucking way. This team can go all the way. Look at this. Field goal percentage, number 2, just by 1 percentage behind Cleveland. 3-point shooting, number 2, behind Cleveland. Free throw shooting, number 1. Number 1. Do I think Cleveland can keep it up? No, I don't. Do I think the Knicks can keep it up? Absolutely, because I think they can play even better. That's what's going through this head right now. That's why I'm so fucking excited. And let's look at the plus minus here. Knicks are 6th best in the NBA with a 7.5. And they're just getting started, people. Feel like a broken record. All right. Thank you so much for watching this. Again, my name is George. Please subscribe. Follow me on Threads, Blue Sky. Subscribe to this channel. Hit the thumbs up button for me. Turn on the notification bell so you're alerted when I go live and drop videos. And don't forget to watch Party on Saturday for those LA Knicks fans. Come on out. Come on and hang out with us, man. It'll be fun. It'll be fun as fuck. All right. I will see you around I'll see you on Saturday. That's right. See you on Saturday around the Knicks-Verse.